Hello. Hi. At 9 o'clock sharp, we are live, and let's wait for a few minutes to get connected with our audience, and let us see how it goes. Just give me a little bit of time, and we'll be live. Mariella, miss you so much. Thank you. Let us wait for a few minutes to get more audience, and we will start this very interesting talk. Hello, Abdul. Yes, actually, I'm using as well my mobile phone to see the comments because here it seems I don't know why I cannot see the comments. Let me check 1 second. How does it work? The comments are here. Okay, I can see the comments only on my phone. Uh, as you can see, the title of the speech today is about Jesus Christ and Krishna similarities. I'm talking about similarities only. Actually, it's a study that is and a search done by me, and also it was, uh, uh, you know, it was really, let us say, built on some readings I have done on both cases. On the both cases, these two personalities actually in our lives. If you are a Christian or a Hindu or a Buddhist, there are important characters in these religions. We have the Jesus Christ and we have Krishna. Uh, Many similarities are there. We will talk about the similarities in both cases, and amazingly, you will notice how much similar these two figures or these two personalities or these two ideas are close to each other when we go to the main core of the subject. Okay, let us see. We have 11 people seeing us. That's good. Okay, so we will start our talk. So we are talking about a very sensitive topic: Krishna and Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ the is the Christianity, the Christian religion, and Krishna as well is in Hinduism the prominent name or the prominent ideal or the Godhead that all the religion is run around. So first of all, I have some notes on that, and also I have thing. I don't want to be monotonous in the beginning, so I will talk in general, and then we go to the details. So I will not get my audience bored. It's a very nice subject, very important subject, and hope that you will like it. Uh, Jesus Christ and Krishna. From the sound of the word, the letter, the name, you can notice similarities. In India, in some places in India, the Krishna, they call him Krista and Christ. So both names are similar, and both of them they go to the origin of the Greek name Christ or Christos. This is from the name point of view. There are many, let us say, historical and physical aspects. We will talk about the similarities in the fable itself, in the story itself, how they are related and how much they are similar. When we finish this, we will go into the more details. We will go into the religion itself and the teachings. It's the teachings themselves, and we will see how much similar they are. So let us talk about it. Actually, I have a teacher. My teacher in India once told me a very interesting similarity. He said religions are just like this rosary, just like the royal beads. This is this contains these beads here. So these beads can represent different religions of the world. All the religions of the in this world, they mostly, or they are actually, they are heading or they are teaching for similar things: peace, love, cleanliness, clear thoughts, clean life. So basically, no religion in the whole world that teaches to be a villain or teaches you to be a bad person. So there are very big similarities. So my teacher said, these beads here, once you peel it, all of them, all these, once you peel it, you will reach to the core, and this is the core. Okay, so when we peel all the historical and the political and other stories and other layers that came across these religions and sects, okay, we can reach to the core issue, which is the jewel or the core similarity of religions, and which is actually one. So let us see, first of all, let us talk about the name. The beads of the rosary, yes. Sandhya, hi Sandhya, nice to see you, Sandhya. Yes, of course. So we will see. We will talk, Sandhya. We will talk about how similar they are. Exactly. Are they the same person? Are they the same incarnated soul, or they are the same person who were sent to this earth to teach or to give a message? That's what we are. That's what we are going to find out now. And I hope you will enjoy what I'm saying. This doesn't mean what I'm saying 100% the correct. That's only my search. That's only the things that I have reached, and I want to share this with you. It's very interesting how similar these things are. Both are believed to be the sons of God since they were divinely conceived. We both know that Jesus Christ and Krishna, they were divinely conceived, and there is no physical action done for these two personalities to be alive in our lives. So they are divinely conceived. The birth of both Jesus of Nazareth and Krishna of Dwarka and their God-designed missions were foretold. So people, they knew about the coming of these two personalities before they came. So people, they know about it. So, many groups, they knew about that these personalities are coming, and they were waiting to find them and see them. Both were born in unusual places. Christ in a lowly manger and Krishna in a prison cell. So they were born in such strange places. Both were divinely saved from death. Pronouncements. So both, they were divinely saved. So see the similarities, and this will let us start thinking, are they the same person in two different times? They came to two different people on the earth. Evil forces pursued both Christ and Krishna in vain. So the evil forces were not able to hunt them. Christ is often depicted as a shepherd, and Krishna was a cowherd shepherd. So let us now see some pictures and enjoy these pictures about Jesus and Krishna. So Jesus was a shepherd. He was born in a manger, and Krishna was born in a prison cell. This is the picture of a Krishna, and this is Krishna. Also, you see the cow. So he was a cowherd shepherd. You can notice this. Here, there is a picture. Who can say if this is Jesus or Krishna? So the similarity is tremendous. This is another picture of Krishna, and we can see the animals around him. Okay, so we go through these pictures, and we will start talking about the case itself. Okay. Both personalities appeared at a critical time when their respective countries were in a torpid state. Just think of that. Both died in wounds caused by sharp weapons, Christ by nails and Krishna by an arrow. If we can say died here, or we can say they left their bodies, or we can say they moved to another place. That's what happened. Both in similar ways. The teachings of both are very similar. Both emphasize on love and peace. Love and peace. Similarity. Krishna was often shown as having a dark blue complexion, a color close to that of Christ's consciousness. So let us talk about the name and see what is the similarity in the names. Christ comes from the Greek word Christos, which means the anointed one. Again, the word Krishna in Greek is the same as Christos. A colloquial Bengali or an Indian guy rendering Krishna as Cristo, which is the same as the Spanish Christ, Cristo, or Christos. When an Indian person calls Krishna, he often says Krista. Krista is a Sanskrit word meaning attraction. So when we address God as Christ, Krista, or Krishna, we indicate the same all-attractive supreme personality of Godhead. When Jesus said, "Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name," the name of God was Krista or Krishna. Christ, in another way, saying Krista is another way of pronouncing Krishna. The name of God, the general name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose specific name is Krishna. Therefore, whether you call God Christ, Krishna, or Krista, ultimately you are addressing to the same Supreme Personality of Godhead. So it's symbolic. God has millions of names. And because there is no difference between God's name and himself, each one of these names has the same potency of God. Krishna is over 1,000 years ago, of course, yes. So they came in different times, but in similar circumstances. So let us talk about if Krishna and Christ are human, gods, or men. According to the Hindu methodology, Krishna was born on earth so that the balance of good in the world could be restored. But there are many conflicting theories regarding his godhood. Although Krishna's story depicts him as the ultimate Lord of the universe, whether Krishna himself is God or man is a still continuous matter in Hinduism. Hindus believe that Jesus, like Lord Krishna, is just another avatar of the divine who came down to show humanity in the righteous way of life. This is another point where Krishna resembles Christ, a figure who is both fully human and fully divine. So a fully human and a fully divine personality. I'm trying to see the notes here. I don't know why I'm not seeing it on my laptop. Krishna and Jesus were both saviors of mankind and avatars of God who have returned to earth at an especially critical time in the lives of their people. Christ came to enlighten the people. Krishna came to enlighten the people when they in their worst times, in different places, in different times, but the mission is the same. They were the incarnates of the divine being himself in human form to teach human beings divine love, divine power, divine wisdom, and lead the benighted world towards the light of God. Benighted, the dark world, the dark people who are living in the dark, to enlighten them. So this is, we were talking about the physical or the historical or the touchable things that we can think about the similarities between these two personalities. Let's go on the teachings, and we will notice that also in the teachings there are many similarities. These two most admired of religious icons also claim to hold a completeness of their religions by themselves. They themselves represent their whole religion, both of them. It's interesting to note how alike each one spoke in the Gita and in the Holy Bible about the righteous way of life. Listen here. Lord Krishna says in the Gita, whenever, O Arjuna, righteous declines and unrighteousness prevail, my body assumes a human form and lives as a human being. He also says, in order to protect the righteousness and also to punish the wicked, I incarnate myself on this earth from time to time. Similarly, Jesus said, if God were your father, ye would love me, for I proceeded forth and came from God. Neither came I of myself, but he sent me. So he came for a mission. Yes, that's correct, Mariela. By the way, the Gita, for those who are a little bit strange about that, the Gita came in the form of poetry. And it was a dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. Krishna was the god, and Arjuna was also considered as a god, but he was a warrior and he was the leader of the army. So this dialogue, Arjuna, he wanted to know the knowledge, he wanted to be enlightened, so he was asking all the dialogue in the Gita, where it came as a dialogue between Arjuna asking questions and Krishna clarifying these questions. At many places in the Gita, Lord Krishna said about his oneness with God. Interesting. I am the way. I am the way. Come to me. Neither the multitude of gods nor great sages knows my origin, for I am the source of all the gods and great sages. Similarly, in the whole Bible, let us see what is said in the whole Bible. In the Holy Bible, Jesus also utters the same in his Gospels. I am the way and the truth and life. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you really know me, if you really knew me, you would know my Father as well. So, did you notice the similarity here? Krishna advises all men to continue working for the welfare of the state all through their life. That man, well, and it says, I quote, that man attains peace who lives devoid of longing, free from all desires, and without the feeling of I, the ego, the self, I, and mine, my possession. This is the Brahman state. Jesus too ensures man, him that overcometh I, again, will make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out. Once you are in the temple of God, you will not go out, because he can hear you, he can listen to you, and he can know what is inside your heart. Lord Krishna urged his disciples to follow the art of scientific control of the senses. This is very, very important, very interesting. The scientific control of the senses means when you control your senses scientifically by using your logic and head and brain, you can be in the most dark place, the most wicked place, but you can inside you scientifically be aware of all these bad things. You don't have to be a mystic and live on the mountains far away from people to be religious or to be close to God. You may be closer to God if you are in the middle of all these attractions, the the earthly attractions, and you are above them and they cannot persuade you. That's more challenging. An expert yogi can withdraw his mind from all temptations of the material world and can unite his mental energy to the joy of the inner ecstasy, or it's called samadhi. They, in the Gita, they had a similarity here, or an example of the tortoise. When the yogi, the yogi, like a tortoise, withdrawing its limbs, the tortoise can withdraw the limbs from outside and can be confined in the shell. Although the turtle still is in the place she's having, but inside, all the earthly attractions are away from her. She is not thinking about them. So the tortoise, yes, Mariella, I will come back. I will come back to what you said. Mariella says here, they lived in different times, but the way they were similar in relation to the principles, religious teachings, and predications in line to God's word and figure. Exactly, you are 100% right. So let's go back. When the yogi, like a tortoise, withdrawing its limbs, can fully retire its senses from the objects of perception, his wisdom, the wisdom of the yogi, manifests steadiness. Christ too delivered a similar directive. But when thou prayest, enter into the closet. When your prayers enters to the closet, to their closet, to your closet. When they shut thy door, pray to the Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. So, the God will reward you openly, even if from your heart you are a believer and you are clean. So we are almost there. We are almost there. I don't want to make it a very long lecture here. Let's come to an end, and then we can talk freely and ask questions. Krishna stressed the idea of grace of God. In the Gita, he says, I am the origin of everything, and everything arises out of me. I am the origin of everything, not me, of course, Krishna. And everything arises out of me. Similarly, Jesus said, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth in me shall never thirst. Now, let me ask you this question. How much do you think the similarity between the concept of Krishna and the concept of Christ similar? Teachings very similar, names very similar, missions very similar, the way they were born and the way they left their bodies, it is the same. Myself, I'm convinced that they are the same soul. They are the same material, the same spirit that was incarnated in a human body for a mission to enlighten the people who were swimming in the darkness. So, these two figures are so similar and they are incarnated. God, the frequency, God is a spirit, is an energy, a very high frequency energy. Our human body cannot stand that high energy. It's like the high voltage. Do you think a small radio or a small phone can stand the high energy that comes from the electricity outside? Of course not. Of course not. Therefore, he should use transformers and reduce his energy to an energy that we can accept and we can see and we can touch. So he was incarnated in a body in different times, in different places to give the same idea. I believe that they are the same soul, came to different places to teach us a very noble message. Now, my message to the people, to religions, we have to accept the thoughts and the religions of others. We come back to this rosary, these layers that are enclaving the main core are only either political or historical or misunderstanding or different ideas that was made by a human, not by God. So let us stick to the core issue and be brothers. We are all divine. We all came from divine and we are all divine. So thank you so much. God bless you. And that is the end of our story. If there is any question or anything you like to share with me, I'll be very happy. Mariella is saying, personally, I think there is only one God, correct? Called in different ways or names, depending on different types of religious culture. 100% you are right. And I thank you for very much for listening. And I would like to share this information with all of you. God bless you all. Thank you for listening. And I hope you got the essence of what I want, of what I'm looking for you to share with me the ideas. Thank you so much. It was only 30 minutes and that's enough. Thank you so much and God bless you. And I will see you hopefully very soon. I will be having in the same time weekly on Wednesday at 9 o'clock also similar lectures or similar studies. So if anyone is interested on any subject, please let me know. You can private message me, PM me, and I will accordingly try to get a study or search or a debate about the item, the idea. Thank you so much. God bless you and see you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.